Hello, Gemini. Healing Grasshopper here to do your July 2024 reading. I am sorry I am terribly late because I'm getting over a bout of laryngitis. Um, if you listen to the Earth sign videos, you'll see more evidence of it. Uh, I was just getting over it. I started the water signs, and like those were fine. And then I got laryngitis. I couldn't hear, you couldn't hear me at all. There was no sound coming out of my voice. And then, so I had to stop. So it made me late. And, I like to get the monthlies out like the week or two before the month um, arrives, but I just wasn't able to. So here I am delivering them in the month. But thankfully, I'm able to get them at least early in the month. So here I am. Um, let's start with the astrology, and then we're going to get into tarot. Let's see. Uh, right. So we have a Neptune retrograding in excuse me, in Pisces from July 2nd to the 7th. Um, my notes from the beginning of the year that I promised I would remind you as the energies arrive. If you haven't seen the yearly video, go have a look. I will leave a link to it below. I said this will be a frustrating time for Gemini with too much on your plate to deal with. You will need, but we're not going to get upset about that. As we work out the reading and we talk about it, you're going to see it's not so bad. You will need to sort through tasks and put some of them on the back burner to evaluate later. Staying calm and focused with a big dose of patience for oneself and others will serve you well. Patience with oneself and others. Okay. Um, what you need to understand is that number one, Neptune in Pisces is a very kooky energy, as I've been calling it in all the other readings. Um, Kooky, but extremely useful and inspiring. Um, this is the kind of energy that will bring you a pile of ideas, and some of them are going to sound really crazy in your head. Like, I better not talk about this because people are going to think I'm nuts. But, don't write them off right away. Excuse me, guys. Write them down, right? And you're going to have to prioritize them, really feel through them and see which ideas um, are ready to be implemented in the moment and which ones you can save for later. Um, because a good deal of them are going to be viable ideas. Just, you know, a lot of them green, just unripe ideas that you have to leave for later. Okay. But um, this tangent is going somewhere, I promise. This Neptune, this kooky energy is going to make things feel a little hectic. You're going to have this influx of ideas and excitement and that kind of thing. And there's going to be, not just for you, but for everyone, um, everyone's going to be very much in their heads, Gemini, right? With their own things that they're excited about. And it can feel a little like a traffic jam energetically, where you're trying to get something done, but someone else is on something else, and you know, or if you need to collaborate with someone on something. You're not seeing eye to eye because they not understanding you because they're on something completely different, that kind of thing. You're just going to need to remind yourself, Gemini, that that kind of traffic jam, energetic blockage feeling is going to go away because it's not really an energetic blockage. It's just, this uh, very dynamic energy happening very strongly to everyone all at once is all it is. Um, so, this is a good time to just write it all down. Just take notes. And when you're annoyed, just internalize it and count to 10 before you comment on it because you don't want to create more problems for yourself. So, getting to tarot, you know what? I didn't turn on any lights. I think that might make things better for us. Hold on, let's see. Does it even make a difference? Not really. The camera adjusts very well for lighting, which is awesome. Okay, so let's see what this energy is going to bring you. All of these, okay. Reversed. This is our next card. Yes. Reversed. No. Okay, so yeah, see, there's the frustration I'm talking about here. Everybody's been getting that to some degree. As I was expecting it when I was reading about this retrograde. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be like uh, Jimi Hendrix Crosstown traffic just came to me. I can hear it in my head. So hard to get through to you, Yeah, it's going to be crosstown traffic for sure. Judgments. Reversed. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you, spirit. I need at least four more. You know what? We'll get them in a moment. Let's see what we got for now. So you're not sitting here watching me shuffle. Um, reversed, not reversed. Ace of Cups. So we've got fulfillment here. This is we're starting out with a really good feeling, Gemini. This is emotions, but like this is like um kind of like gratitude, zest for life type emotion, just like a general sense of well being that's kind of overwhelming. Like, wow, this is great. And then, Six of Wands is that there's an exhale, like a sense of relief that mostly everyone's gone through. Saturn is in retrograde right now in Capricorn. I really urge you to um, really have a look at the energies. If you haven't seen your yearly reading, it's yearly readings are quite important to everyone so that you can really get a grasp of what's happening here, because this year is a very, very important one. And those yearly readings, I would listen to Sun, Moon, Rising. Um, if I had to choose two for you, it would be Moon and North Node. Very important. And then if you have the time and you want to, um, your your moon and rising as well. If you don't know what those are, you can calculate them easily. Just Google it. Calculate my moon sign. Calculate my north node. You could do it for free. It's very easy to do. But it's important that you know those, because the messages. It's more than getting messages for your sun sign. And those of you who've never done this before and you only watch your sun sign, your mind is going to be blown once you start adding your north node at least. It's like missing pieces to the puzzle. Okay? But anyway, I say all that to say the general energy of Pluto being in um, Capricorn and coming into Aquarius. Um, I'm pausing because, I don't know how much I want to get into that. Just watch the yearlies. The changing of the energy this year is showing up in all of the readings, where in the beginning of the year, because we're in the, at the halfway mark now, in the beginning of the year, it was very much looking back like, oh, things were tough, things were hard, but it's getting better, and we knew this from the dynamic of the astrology, but it may not have felt that way at the time. Now we're starting to see it appear in the reading, where, not that I'm saying references to the past aren't going to come up, but we're seeing less of the reference to the past. We're seeing more present and future now. Um, and this Ace of Cups is like, dun, 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 it's here. Finally, we can take a breath. It's really happening. Things that, and it doesn't mean that, a cup is going to be lowered from the heavens and the lottery and that kind of thing right away. That's not what I'm saying, although it may feel like that to some of you. It's just going to be, there are going to be, whatever level in your individual lives of the energy starting to present itself. So you're going to either feel it or see signs of it, or both. You see what I'm getting at? So an influx of synchronicities, meaningful ones, right? Like, um, I was just thinking about this person, and isn't that bizarre that my thought was interrupted by a call from them, you know, that kind of thing. And they had the most amazing news for me that is turning out to be an opportunity for the future, you know. Um, like, you may need a job, and you're just thinking about a friend, let's say, just to continue that strand of the call that you receive. You're really in need of a job, and out of the blue, you think of a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, and they call you in the middle of that thought, and the friend has called you to tell you about a friend that they have that needs someone um, with your exact expertise, right? That kind of thing. Um, so it's something that you see the value in right away and you're already celebrating because you know that it's going to work out for you. But then here's the doubt that comes because we have been in an energy, the Seven of Pentacles, by the way. I'm sorry, the glare kind of. Seven of Pentacles is like, really, wait, is this really the payoff from my work? Like, there's doubt here, which is natural because in the past decade, 15 years, more than a decade, um, we've been, all of us, in some capacity, spinning our wheels and trying to get things done and feeling like the universe is working against us, which isn't true, but that's the way it felt like nothing was working. So, coming out of that energy, and you have this really great news that comes to you, you're like, wait, but is this really great news or is this going to be another disappointment? You know, Knight of Cups reversed, it is reversed. Ten of Cups reversed, it is reversed. Okay. Judgment reversed. Also reversed. Okay, so right, this continues this incredulity here, where you want very much to believe in what's coming to you and what's starting to appear on your plate, but you're not quite believing it yet. But Spirit is really shouting out at you here, the Judgment card, to believe it. Right? Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah. You don't see the value in this yet. Like there's a glimmer of hope deep inside you where like your root chakra is like, hey, don't get your hopes up because you know this is not gonna, nothing ever works for you. you know? Um Gemini, your gears are turning here. But everyone has some level of this in their reading where, you know, they're skeptical um, of what's to come. But that's natural. It's fine because Spirit's going to prove you wrong. This is Spirit here. Judgment card reverse is shouting out at you, but you're not listening. Not yet, anyway. Because your root chakra is shouting over your crown chakra right now. But that's okay because the past 10 years, we have been very much all of us rooted in our root chakras. What does that mean if you're not well versed in chakras? Your root chakra is your survival instinct. Things have been very, very difficult for everyone. Like I said, we've all been feeling like we're spinning our wheels and everything that we touch turns to shit type of thing. Like we can't get anything done. We have the vision in our heads, but we can't quite manifest them. Um, and this is what is projected here. But judgment is like, no, this is it. It's really working this time. And you're like, yeah, whatever. Survival mode, right? We need four more cards at least. Spirit, please. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, wow. And I think this is really reversed, yeah? Hi, Gemini. Gemini is in a bad mood. Gemini's not trying to hear any of this. That's all right, Gemini. Spirit is going to change your minds. I hear Scrooge in my head. I hear, bah, humbug. That's you guys. Okay, that's fine. Good fortune is going to slap you in the face and you're going to be like, oh, okay. Pennies from heaven. Yeah, don't worry. You'll be fine. You know what? I felt that as soon as when I went to read my notes for you, I was feeling like, uh-oh, Gemini's not going to like this. Remember, I said, don't worry, it's going to be fine once we get into the reading and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I felt it back then. Hi, Gemini. That's okay. You're Geminis. You guys are all in your heads. That's fine. That's what you got. Wait, is this deck? Yeah, it's upside down. But I guess it's upside down for a reason. Reversed? Two of Pentacles is not reversed. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. So Knight of Swords is the Bah Humbug. Remember what I said about crosstown traffic, right? What does traffic do to you? To any of us? Makes us angry. We're flipping people off. We're telling people to fuck off. This is Knight of Swords reversed. Like we're in our heads. We're pissed off. We're um we're not taking the time to really assess our thoughts and our feelings before we're flipping people off. So this is a warning just to chill out. Don't be grumpy because you're going to get through this, is what Two of Pentacles is talking about. When you just take a breath and dive into gratitude for gratitude's sake, you may not feel the gratitude, but you may need to search for the gratitude in your heart. Look for the most basic thing. Now I have Julie Andrews in my head. Uh, um, my favorite things. Just the most simple things. Brown paper packages tied up with string. Just like all the simple pleasures in life. Just one thing. Think of that one thing and hold on to it. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the steak in front of me right now. I'm grateful for the car that I'm driving at the moment, even though I'm in traffic. There are people walking. I've got a car. Whatever it is, focus on that and it's going to pull you out of this because this is destructive energy. Is it going to block you? But depending on how much you indulge in this frustrating energy, it's at the very least going to delay you from your blessings. Don't let that happen. Focus on whatever tasks at hand because I also talked about the influx of ideas too. Focus on those. You should be grateful for those, no matter how kooky these ideas sound in the moment. Write them down and be grateful for them, because one of those ideas are going to bring you a victory. Chariot. See how the energy is lightening now? We started with this great, exciting energy, and then this is you in your head, right? Like, yay, but no, wait, nothing ever happens for me. But then as you change your attitude and you start focusing on what your crown chakra is downloading, your crown chakra on the top of your head, this is where you energetically, spiritually get information from your higher self, from your spirit guides, right? And as you start sorting through them, you start to see what might be viable in the moment and you start working on them. At least one night is here. Ace of Swords. What did I say about the ideas? Once you let the frustration settle and dissipate, and you really focus on right what's next, the downloads are going to start, and you're going to be like, whoa, how amazing. And then this judgment card is going to turn upright, and everything else is going to turn upright. Okay? So let's get some clarity. Yeah, see? Goes very well with the chariot. This is the Eight of Wands. This is things happening very quickly, right? Remember, I said don't get bogged down on this because you're going to delay things, right? Because there's a whole lot coming to you and coming to you fast. Don't clog it up with this negative energy. Let's clarify the Six of Wands, please. What are we celebrating? Yeah, we're celebrating things to work on. And here the Page of Cups. See how the pages are really looking at his cup. This is you deciding to turn away from the stinking thinking, picking up this cup that the universe is handing you and really assessing it. This is your passions, and you're going to get to work on them. I don't think we need any more clarification cards. It's pretty clear to me. The moon on the bottom of the deck. This is you finally, and actually this could go right in between these two. You finally starting to uh instead of looking backward to what wasn't working, you're going to start to look forward to what you can create in the future. And you're going to see when you use your intuition, when you quiet your mind and allow things to come to you, that the game plan is going to come rushing at you and you're going to be like, wow, this is fabulous. Let's see what advice we're going to get. Esther Hicks. Okay. Okay. Righty. Let's see what we got from Esther Hicks. Yeah, I can't shuffle these. Okay. I can change my life by changing my thoughts. Wow. What did I say? This is directly addressing this Nine of Swords and all of these reverse cards. By choosing a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, you can gradually change the direction of your thoughts. By focusing upon a better feeling thought, the law of attraction will respond to that thought, and therefore the balance of your thoughts will now improve. Right? Look, Gemini, don't beat yourself up for the stinking thinking. Okay? What you are feeling like, oh, no, everything. Now I have Billie Holiday's Everything Happens to Me in my head. It's a beautiful song. I love Billie Holiday. But It's a song that everybody can relate to, especially in this day and age, this decade that we've just emerged from. She, the lyrics are just like, she's feeling sorry for herself. Like nothing ever works for her. Whatever she tries turns to shit. This same kind of energy that I'm talking about. Go, go Google that song. Everything happens to me. It's such a great song. When you're feeling shitty, that's a great song to listen to because you can just commiserate in that song. Um, but you have a choice in what you're um, thinking, right? Thank you, Spirit. That was wow. So, what I was going to say before, I was saying don't beat yourself up for the way you feel. You can't change, well, you can endeavor to change how you feel, but you feel what you feel, okay? It's natural. And don't beat yourself up for what you feel. But you have the power to change what you think. And in adjustment of what you're thinking will gradually change the way you feel. And that's why I was talking about gratitude. By choosing your thoughts, I choose not to think about, how things can go wrong. That's not to say that you shouldn't use discernments. And we've been talking about pyrite for this month and a lot of the other readings we'll talk about in a moment. Um, but pessimistic thoughts can be helpful, right? In the way that it helps us with like Murphy's Law and that kind of thing, just assessing um, what are the things that can go wrong. That it's a perfectly responsible thing to do. But we know the difference between those practical thoughts and just like intrusive negative thoughts. And once we recognize those intrusive negative thoughts, we're going to acknowledge them. Okay, it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to think that. But let's set this aside and let's think about number one, what we're grateful for. Number two, knowing that we're not alone and we've got a whole team of spirit guides and ancestors and benevolent, loving entities willing and waiting to help me, right? Um, and I choose to focus on that, on my gratitude and um, the future that is, and my free will that's been gifted to me that I can mold to my liking, right? And all of this bad feeling is going to dissipate. So, pyrite, right? I was talking about in some of the other readings. Um, I feel with this Neptune and Pisces energy, it's very important. Um, I've been working with pyrite a lot because of the influx of ideas, right? Again, I really strongly urge you to write them down because you're going to be getting a lot of them. You're not going to be able to implement all of them in this month. So write them down, save them for later. Um, but as you're prioritizing these ideas, pyrite can help you do that. Pyrite is also called fool's gold if you're unfamiliar with it. Um, I talk about the California gold rush with fool's gold a lot, right? The people panning for gold those years back, I think like in the 1800s. Um, and 1700s, traveling to the West to pan for gold and make it rich. And um, although at the time the West is, and probably still is rich in gold, it's also very rich in pyrite. And the people panning for gold would often come across nuggets of pyrite. It's a little nugget here and get very excited. And they would, the newbies would go and try and, cash in the pyrite. And, if they found a big nugget like this, they'd be very excited or whatever. And they would get laughed at um, and told that this isn't really gold, it's fool's gold. You're a fool, you know. So, although it's not monetarily valuable, energetically, very valuable. It, number one, um, it's very well known to bring abundance, but it's also helps in discernment and reminding us that all that glitters is not gold and helping us to discern between valuable things and not so valuable things, right? So when Neptune is delivering all these ideas to us, pyrite is going to help us sort through what's valuable, what's not. And also, what's valuable to us in the moment too. This will help you prioritize those things because I really want to emphasize that some of these ideas, because Neptune can deliver some very crazy ideas, that don't write them off right away as cuckoo. Just write them down and have a look at your notes later in a few months. And it may not look so cuckoo a few months from now. Okay? So don't throw anything in the garbage. All right? I think I've made myself pretty clear. Pyrite is not expensive. You can get pyrite, and you don't. This is like a nice piece of pyrite, a quality piece. Um, you don't need to get the quality pieces, and you can get a small piece to keep in your pocket. Um, and it would probably be better anyway, so you can keep it in your pocket. Um, and have the support as your ideas come to you. Uh, give it a try. All right, Gemini. So things aren't quite as bad as they seem. And I hope that rings in your ears. Um, my raspy voice rings in your ear all month to be reminded in the moment that the things that are getting on your nerves and the crosstown traffic. Go listen to crosstown traffic too. You're going to have crosstown traffic in your head all month too. And you're pissed off. You can sing crosstown traffic to yourself. Um, you have any more? No, that's the reading. Okay. So anyway, if you've stayed this long, thank you so much, guys. Your support means everything to me. I love your comments. Your comments mean more to me than you know. The encouragement is very, very appreciated, and I really thrive on it because YouTube is difficult. The algorithm is very odd. You know, I could get a bunch of viewers, and then the next month I get crickets. It's so strange. I just have to remind myself that I'm not the only content creator going through this. But anyway, I say all that to say it's you guys that keep me going, and I appreciate you all. So, um, and I do answer every single comment. So please, if you've got something on your mind, I'd love to hear from you. So looking forward to hearing from you. Also, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. I'm um, in like the 970 range. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. If you're already subscribed, oh, don't forget to hit the like button for me. It does a lot for me. Um, If you're already subscribed, just take a quick look and see if you're still subscribed because the algorithm has been unsubscribing and it's happened to me. I've had to resubscribe to my favorite channels more than once. And I know it's not me unsubscribing to them, so I don't know what happens. Anyway, um, I will speak to you guys soon. Love, light, and many blessings.